This is a lecture from Open Tuition. For the free lecture notes that go with this podcast, please visit opentuition.com.
I think you should be able to do linear and sigma mantis. Do your working 1. You can ignore working 2, it's not testing you on goodwill. PUP. Why not do working 3 as well? Why not? And working 4B. What a dreadful person this man is who's written this question. How much is your PUP? 800 is not right. It's 0. All the goods have been sold. They've all been sold by sigma mantis. There is no PUP in this example. You all worked it out right. It was 800, but they've all been sold. Should I say, those of you that did work it out, worked it out correctly. But there's no PUP. There's working 3. Don't need it. There's no need to do a working 3 in a situation where he asks you a comprehensive income statement. Of the 2, balance sheet comes up more frequently. A pure statement of comprehensive income rarely comes up. But what you might find is that he asks you to do statement of financial position and comprehensive income and statement of changes in equity. And you've got 45 minutes to do it. You will find it's the time pressure. The examiner's comments, which you can read in October, student accountant. The examiner's comments say, a comment from one marker particularly, never have I seen so many people scoring 20 or better in question 1 and yet still failing the exam. 20 or better, good consolidation, excellent consolidation. But if you achieve that excellence as a result of stealing time from the other questions, then you're headed towards a marginal result. It may be, if you're really lucky, it may be a marginal pass, but it's more likely to be a marginal fail. It will be a very heavy time pressure exam. Just prepare yourself for it. It's no different for you than it is for anybody else, anywhere else in the world. And it's called exam technique. You don't need to do working 3. I tend to, just to prove the figure. There's working 4B. Their share of this year's subsidiary, adjusted, time apportioned, profit after tax. There are no adjustments, no time apportionment. So now we're ready to do the income statement. That says 0, it doesn't say 2,000 PUP, it says 0. Minus 4, minus 4. Adjust for the PUP if there had been one. This question doesn't ask for it, and there's not really a whole wealth of information available to do it, but I'll show you the statement of changes in equity. There'll be a separate column for each component element of equity. Share capital, share premium, maybe a revaluation reserve, but certainly retained earnings, and certainly NCI, and a total column. Share capital, share premium, revaluation reserve, retained earnings, NCI, and a total column. And it starts with brought forward. And we don't have the information. I have no information at all about any of those figures brought forward. But then we have this year's profits. And we can pick that up from statement of comprehensive income, and it is that figure, profit after tax. That's the end. Remember, that's the end of the comprehensive income statement. So this year's profit is going to add on to retained earnings. And then the NCI want their share of that, which I think was 3,920, wasn't it? Yeah. So 3,920 is going to come off there and add on to there. That's how much we owe the NCI as a result of this year's subsidiary activities. But both companies have paid dividends. The parent has paid $6,000. That 3,920 in the NCI column, that's how much we have increased our obligation to the NCI as a result of this year's trading. But we have paid them some of that. We've paid them a dividend of $5,000 paid by Sigimantas. And of that $5,000, the NCI will have received 40% of it. 40% of 5,000 is 2. So 8,000 dividends have left the group. We don't have information about share capital, nor share premium, nor revaluation reserve. We don't have information about brought forward position. That's the best we can do with the limited information available, but that's how the statement of changes works. And these bottom line figures represent the horizontal representation of the equity section of the statement of financial position. Statement of financial position will show shares, premium, revaluation, retained earnings, NCI. It'll be subtotaled. In this little example, that total will be 10. NCI will be 1920. Retained earnings 8080. This is the horizontal presentation of this section of the statement of financial position.